how it relates to people and patients with disabilities. When I was 14, I was diagnosed with a rare and genetically inherited eye disorder called retinitis pigmentosa, and by age 20, I was declared legally blind. Since I went nearly half of my life without having a disability, at that point in time, I was fearful of what my future might bring and the opportunities that I would now need to give up. Is it working? Okay. Prior to my disability, I can say with a lot of embarrassment that I too had my own feelings of what a person with a disability might be like and what they would be able to accomplish in their life. Unfortunately, there are a lot of stigmas surrounding those with disabilities, and I myself had even fallen prey to those stigmas. I can say firmly that the judgments that I had placed on an entire population of people were anything but true, and I invite you all here today to think of what might be possible if we spent more of our time extending our compassion through support and encouragement rather than through judgment and restriction. When I finally decided to pursue my dream of a master's degree in the healthcare field, I was extremely intimidated and nervous. This time going back to school was going to be different. I would need to rely on a white cane for travel, assistive technology for reading, and to learn to adapt to learning with lower vision. I was additionally fearful as the career path that I was choosing was acupuncture, and I didn't know how I would be perceived in the field. To my amazement, the faculty and staff at New England School of Acupuncture and Mass College of Pharmacy greeted me with open arms and told me a bit about the history of acupuncture in Japan. In Japan, acupuncture is actually a profession that at one point in time was reserved for the blind, and blind practitioners throughout the acupuncture community are often revered for their talents and often achieve mastery in medicine. These words alone were helpful in changing the trajectory of my life and now allowed me to foster my potential through the support and encouragement of those around me. And through the next 3.5 years of my graduate education, I was shown acts of compassion on a routine basis. These acts of compassion were shown through instructors who understood that I saw best through my hands and taught me the body through palpation, finding acupuncture points through touch alone, and feeling the subtle nuances of the body with my hands alone. My journey through life and through healthcare have taught me that how impactful these acts of compassion can be. Even the tiniest acts of compassion can help all people, disabled or not, in overcoming adversity. And for me personally, these acts of compassion have helped me to focus on my abilities rather than my disabilities, and provide me the strength to never give up on my dreams, no matter what obstacles might be in my way. I reflect on these acts of compassion when I am personally working with patients. For example, when I was an intern at the NISA teaching clinic, I was working with a stroke patient who had lost the ability to speak. Since I too understand what it is like to adapt to a life that you did not choose for yourself, I was able to create a language that we could both speak. And through a series of mm-hms and uh-uhs, meaning yes and no, we were able to get through treatment with a lot of laughter and smiles. And for a few moments at a time, this patient was able to establish new ways of expressing himself and to forget about his disabilities for just a few moments in time. Compassion for me is all about filling in the missing pieces of someone's puzzle, being their sight where vision has been lost, being their ears where they have not been heard, and being their support system where they have felt defeated. Now that I have had the status of disabled for the past 8 years, I'd like to share with you the things that I wish I had understood prior. No act of compassion will ever go unappreciated. Acts of compassion can be as simple as having a conversation. You never have to be worried about giving someone your help or being fearful of how they might perceive you or impeding their independence even. If you're worried about being politically correct, ask that person how they would like their disability to be addressed. And I want all of you here to understand the importance of the words that you speak to your patients and the profound impact those words can have. You have the ability to provide hope to people where hope has been lost, and extend the same amount of support, graciousness and respect that you would expect for yourself, because you never know where life might take you.